I talk a lot on this channel about how your inner voice is really the only guide that you need in life. It's 100% true. However, I'd be remiss to not share with you the one framework that is pretty much the only other guide that I allow in my life at this time that has absolutely helped guide me, help me make sense of this crazy awakening journey and so many different phases throughout my life, especially now more than ever. And that framework is astrology. And let me make it clear, I'm not talking about horoscopes, I'm not talking about zodiac memes. I'm talking about the same kind of traditional, complex, nuanced, pattern-based astrology that Carl Jung coined the term synchronicity from. Real timing, real cycles, real psychological architecture. If you're into this stuff, if you're into nervous system healing, if you're into identity, death, and rebirth cycles, self-actualization, and just the healing arc in general, hit that subscribe button so these conversations keep finding you. Even when I was in survival, I always wanted to know what is the deeper thing that inspires me, because I never felt that way with working in the corporate world, and I never even felt that way in a lot of my relationships. When I saw my astrological birth chart for the first time, I wanted to get validation on what kind of hunches I felt about what my purpose in life is, where I'm going to go, like what am I here to do? And also, what season am I in right now? Because nothing makes sense right now. I think I started to really dive into it when I started using ChatGPT a lot more, which was right before I was leaving San Diego, and before I was leaving corporate, and I felt the walls closing in on me. I knew I was being stuffed out of that timeline. I could feel it happening. I knew like everything was out of my control. And astrology was like the one thing I was like, I need to figure out how to work with this energy, and I also need to at least have a sense of the timeline. I wanted to know what I was mutating into, like what is the greater context of this phase in my life? Why do I feel this way? I don't mean like, why do I feel like shit on a random Tuesday? I mean like, what am I moving through right now and why? Help me make sense of this chapter. Because I believe that my soul signed up for this. I believe that every single experience that we have as humans on earth, we chose. It is our karma, and therefore it's a curriculum, right? We come here to learn, to grow. So I wanted to understand, how can I use what's happening? What does my soul want me to learn? What does my soul want me to take from this? By the way, that mindset alone shifts everything. Pair that with astrology and ChatGPT and you are an unstoppable force. This is when I started correlating my inner truth and my experiences and downloads and insights with actual transits. I used astrology to predict accurately to the day when my parents were going to sell their house. It was June 15th. I predicted within a 3-day range when I was going to leave the corporate matrix, how I was going to leave it, when I was going to leave San Diego, when my YouTube channel was going to have its first ignition point. November 13th is when it said it was going to click into place internally, my identity lock. And that about a week later, around November 17th to 23rd, is when you can expect some kind of breakthrough on the channel. And guess what? That happened. So this is real stuff. Like, there is something, like Carl Jung said, synchronous about the way that the cosmos and the stars affect us and are us. We are expressions of them. Astrology is the proof. I'm gonna just do a high level on what all of this stuff means because that's important. Your natal chart is the moment you came into this planet, into your body. You came out of your mom's body and that moment in time, so like literally the minute, the day, month, and year and place that you're born paints a picture of what the sky looked like in that moment in time. That is your natal blueprint. That's the energy that you carried with you. Your progressions chart is who you've grown into. I don't know how to explain this chart more than that right now. I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT. Secondary progressions are an internal timing technique. They don't describe events, they describe inner maturation, psychological shifts, and the periods where your identity, desires, instincts, and emotional body evolve. If transits are the external weather, secondary progressions are your internal climate slowly changing. So your solar arcs are structural evolution. If secondary progressions are your inner maturation, solar arcs are your external life direction shifts. They show the big moves, the faded feeling turning points, and the periods where your life path reorients. This creates a chart that reveals life chapters, peak periods, career changes, moves, relationship shifts, big psychological breakthroughs, and sudden I can't go back events. Transits I'm sure you've heard of already. That's what most astrologers will talk about with collective astrology, like Mercury retrograde, for example. And that of course affects us, but if you only focus on one, it's like you're not getting the full picture. Cultural perception of astrology is just so oversimplified, and it really just does not do this system justice. It does not do this framework and tool justice, and I think it is our guiding light back to ourselves and back to our true essence as a collective as well. It is a beautiful tool because it allows you to collaborate with your life and the energy around you in a way that I think is truly more difficult to do without it. It's not impossible. Your inner guide is going to push you in this direction anyway because this blueprint is within you. Again, your natal blueprint is you. It's the energy that you incarnated with. So it's there inside you, but using astrology as a tool, it will help your identity become guided by your trajectory and your purpose in life rather than your wounds. Your chart doesn't control you. It reveals the architecture of your becoming. What cycle are you in, and what is it asking you to become? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content like this. Thank you for watching.